Moyo tribe, get up, get focused, and get into your passion. We've been talking about worry. We've been trying to be a warrior and not a worrier. And I've given you a few steps to take to be that warrior that conquers the worry in your life. Step one, I told you, write it down. Identify what you're worried about and write it down so you know what the enemy is. You know exactly what you're worried about. Step two, get out of the way. Get off the tracks. Don't stand in the way of that worry. Get away from it. Take the steps you need to get away from it. Step number three, evaluate how much weight it really carries. How much will it really affect your life if that worry comes true? Really understand what you're facing, what the enemy is. I told you a true warrior knows the enemy as well as he knows his friends. Next step for today, got a question I want you to ask yourself. When you're worried, when worry is clouding your mind, here's the question. Will worrying about this thing help me in any way? That's a question you have to ask every time. Now let me give you an example. There's times when I get asked to come and speak to a group, and maybe this is a new group that I haven't spoke to before, and I don't know anything about them, and I would have a tendency to worry, what will I say? What'll be my message? Worry about, will they accept my message? Will they be enthusiastic or energetic? So it'd be very easy to get in this cycle of worry. And you can have that, anything that's going on in your life that's causing you to worry. But the question that I have to ask myself is, will worrying help me in any way? And the answer is a resounding no. Kind of. Because here's the thing. If I worry about that thing, say speaking to a certain group, what will that worry lead me to? Will it lead me to action? So worry has to be pushed aside. See, worry is something that's just in your mind. It's a recurring anxiety. But if it leads you to take action, and the way that would happen is if you define what it is and write it down and then address it, then it's no longer worry. Then it's something you're taking action on. Then the next question you have to ask, do I have any control in this situation? Is it something I can control? So let's take my example. I'm worried about speaking to a certain group. So what should I speak about? What should be my topic? Do I have any control over that? Yes, I have complete control over that. So I'm going to control the controllables. I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to put in the effort to know my topic, to understand my topic, to try to figure out what this group needs to hear, and to do my work in knowing that better than anybody. But then the other thought I said was, will that group that I'm speaking to accept me? Will they be enthusiastic? Is that something I control? No, that is not in my control. So I push that aside. I get off those tracks. I got no control over it. I'm going to control the controllables. I'll identify what I have control over, and I'll put in the work in those areas. And the things I have no control over, I'm going to push aside and get off the tracks. So in that scenario, I got control over my topic and my knowledge of the topic. And I'm going to work. I'm going to put in the behind the scenes work and practice to be ready. But as far as being able to make them accept me or be enthusiastic, I got no control over that. So I'm not even worried about that. I'm getting off the tracks. And when I do those things, I will make the most of every opportunity. And I'll be a warrior that conquers the worrier. Make the most of every opportunity. Moyo everywhere we go.